Hi everybody! Welcome to the 75th edition of John News. My name is John Whitman and I'm coming to you from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Let's get right into the good news. And now some good news. Wetlands are an important part of our ecosystem. Today I'm at Mason Farm Biological Reserve right here in the middle of North Carolina. I'm talking to Rick Savage. He's the director of the Carolina Wetlands Association. Hi, Mr. Savage. Welcome to John News.
Thank you, John. I am very glad to be here. This is exciting.
What are wetlands anyway?
Well, wetlands are very important ecosystems, as you pointed out. They are where land and water meet. Okay, and they have three basic characteristics. They have plants that are adapted to live in water. The soil is called hydric soil because it's been inundated by water for long periods of time. And then, of course, wetlands have a hydrology source, which is usually rain or groundwater or runoff. Yeah, and I will go ahead and plug Carolina Wetlands Association a little bit. We use science-based programs to advocate for wetlands and educate the public about wetlands. And we also are working with a lot of communities now to get them to realize that wetlands are the key to mitigating some of the flooding issues they are having.
Tell me about this place.
We're very lucky to have Johnny Randall with us, who is the conservation director at the Botanical Garden. Johnny, could you tell us more about Mason Farm?
Sure.
Hi, Johnny. I'm glad you can be here too.
Well, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Well, Mason Farm is a special place, and it goes way back. American Indians settled here over 10,000 years ago. But what's most important about Mason Farm to us now is that it is a nature preserve, and it has some of the highest biological diversity anywhere in the Piedmont of North Carolina.
What do you mean by biological diversity?
Well, that's a good question. All the different kinds of plants and animals, fish, insects, snails, leeches, everything you can imagine is part of a connected wildlife corridor, ultimately into the Cape Fear River to the Atlantic Ocean. And because all this land is connected, the wildlife and plant life is able to migrate to and from those areas and maintain a huge amount of diversity. And without those connections, there wouldn't be river otters in Morgan Creek, there wouldn't be bobcats and foxes and squirrels at the biological reserve.
Why are wetlands important and what are the issues surrounding it?
First of all, they provide very valuable habitat to a lot of different critters, both plants and animals, as they help clean our water. They filter out a lot of the pollutants. They're also very critical for flood control. That's one of their main functions too, especially along riverbanks and floodplains. They can absorb a lot of flood waters, and people love to hunt and fish in wetlands, and their educational opportunities also.
Are we in a swamp right now?
Right here, this is a marsh. It's a freshwater marsh. It's taking runoff from the golf course nearby and even the road and parking lot. And the wetland is cleaning that water as it flows through the wetland into Morgan Creek.
There's a beaver dam that backs up the water that helps create the wetland. So beavers are these incredible engineers of wetlands. Well, this is a special place for birds that like marshes. So there's great blue herons and egrets. There are American bitterns, and not only are osprey here, but bald eagles and owls hunt at night here.
Is there any alligators or snakes here?
There are lots of snakes here, and water snakes are the most prevalent in the wetlands, but there are no alligators, although there are alligators on the North Carolina coast.
This was a very great interview. I learned a lot. Thanks for being on John News.
Thank you, John. Glad to do it.
Bye. And that's the good news. Until next time, this is John Whitman signing off from John News. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Do it now! If you do that, you'll never fall off of your zip line again. So long, everybody. Bye! Woohoo! This zip line is so fun!